Good morning. How are you today? Am I plugged in? I think so. Yes. Hope you can hear me. Hello. This is Get Moving. Get Moving is all about helping people with mobility issues to get some exercise. So today is Tuesday, the 23rd of March, it seems. One whole year since we got into this wonderful lockdown thing. But there's some good things on the horizon over there. Looks like we're on our way out. Fingers crossed. Don't want to jinx it, but we're getting close. So keep on trucking. And we'll see you on the other side. As you already know, my name is Karen. I'm here with Get Moving. And as I said, Get Moving is all about helping people with mobility issues to get some exercise. Now, today is Technique Tuesday, as you know. And so Technique Tuesday is all about helping people with a particular, or going in depth and helping people with a particular exercise. And so we're going to do that at the end of the session, okay? I'm going to spend 5 minutes going over in depth in a particular exercise to help you practice it and give you something to practice for the rest of today, the rest of the week. However, we've got a special request today. One of our special people have been, can't think of the word, stuck in a car, I guess, I suppose. There's lots of traveling. And so they're feeling a bit stiff. And so special request can we do some kind of stretchy mobility kind of thing today? So that's what we're going to do. We're not going to do the usual, we're going to do the first two normal exercises because they're good mobility movements. But we're going to do different exercises today. So keep up the best you can. We're going to be doing kind of stretchy mobility things, helping people just move their body and twist and stretch and move, okay? So not much in the way of strength and fitness and stuff like that, but stretching today. So because pretty much all the moves are going to be different, follow on as best you can. Feel free, though, to re-watch this and go over it again a few times if you need to. We've got the catch-up service available on Facebook. You just watch it again. But, of course, you've also got it on the website. The website, the link is in the description up there somewhere, I hope. reesefitness.co.uk/getmoving. And it'll be up on there eventually when I get around to putting it up there. But yeah, feel free to re-watch this and go over it a few times just to make sure you're happy and you're comfortable doing all the new moves, okay? So yeah, that's what happens if we get special requests. If you have a special request of anything you want, let me know, because then we'll do it. We want to keep things as interesting as we possibly can. Anyway, have I got anything else to say? I don't think so. So I may as well get on with it, hadn't I? So, first of all, first two exercises, same as normal. You know these off by heart. What have I got? I got my timer set for 25 seconds. So, first two, just getting ourselves moving, nice and easy. Marching on the spot. If you're seated if you're seated, first of all, marching on the spot like so, legs up. If we're standing, marching on the spot like so, marching away. It's just getting things going, okay? 25 seconds worth of marching, moving your hips in 3, 2, 1, and off you go, marching away. So nothing fancy, nothing amazing, but just bloody effective at getting the things going, that's all. Small moves are easier, but we're aiming for bigger moves. Now, because this is a stretchy session today, we're going to emphasize, or we're going to try and do big moves with all these stretches. So work towards getting those knees as high as you can, moving the hips as much as you can for 25 seconds. There we go. Next exercise, same as normal, gets the upper body moving quite nicely. Whether you're seated or whether you're standing, is the same thing. Rolling your shoulders or rolling your shoulders. Okay, nice big movements. In 3, 2, 1, and away we go. So, shoulders up, back and down, or if you can, arms up, back and down. Now again, we are stretching today, so make it as big a move as a reach up, a reach back, and a reach down as you can. Get as much movement out of your shoulders and your shoulder blades as you possibly can. Okay, there we go. That's time, and that's 25 seconds. Okay, then what have we got on my list here? Adductor stretch, inner thigh stretch. Okay. This one, everybody seated. Sit down, everybody. Oh, I should warn you, yes. Some of these are going to be seated exercises. Even if you're standing, they're going to be seated. So make sure you've got a chair handy that you can sit down on. Everybody, okay? So we're going to stretch the inner thighs here, moving the hips. So hopefully by now you're sat down. Knees as wide as you can get it. Now, depending on your chair, you may have to shuffle your bum forwards so that you can get your feet wide so the legs don't bang into the arms of the chair. It depends on how you're set up. But feet as wide as you can. You're going to lean forwards, jam your elbows on the insides of your thighs there, and using your arms, you're going to just push your knees out, 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 and get as much of a stretch on the inner thighs as you can. You're going to keep on breathing while you do it, and you're going to hold it for 25 seconds, okay? So feet and knees wide, elbows on the insides of the knees, get ready to jack them out in 3, 2, 1, and off we go. Stretch the knees out wide as you can, and then breathe. So feet are wide, knees are wide, pushing out with your elbows, hopefully, fingers crossed, feeling a stretch on the insides of the thighs there. So pushing wide. Now again, depending how you're set up, how your chair is set up, you may need to have your bum shoved right near to the front of the chair, just so your legs don't bang into the armrests. And relax off. Now give your legs a bit of a tactical waggle. So fingers crossed you felt that on the inner thighs there. And don't forget, you can re-watch this. You can go over this again a few times, because we're going to move on now. If you want to redo any of these stretches, want to practice them, just watch this video again. Give it a go a few times. Use the pause button in the future, okay? What's the next one? Side stretch, a classic. We've done Bendianas. Again, this one can be seated or standing. It's entirely up to you, okay? Now, Bendianas, you know this from past, where we bend sideways like so. We bend, move side to side. Same idea, but we're going to bend and hold it. We're going to stay there. So one arm down, if you want, propping against your chair, propping against your thigh, stabilizing as much as you want, that's okay, that's not a problem with me. Other arm up, and then you're going to stretch over and stay there, and you're going to feel a good stretch on the side there. We're going to hold that for 25 seconds. Make sure you keep breathing. Don't run out of air, faint and fall over. Bad move. In 3, 2, 1, off we go. So I'm stabilizing, reaching up, reaching over, and then relaxing and stretching. Reaching this top arm as far that way as I can, and as my arm moves that way, I can feel more of a stretch along the side there. So reaching, stretching, and relaxing. This other arm was just stabilizing me, okay? Same thing on the other side. Make sure I stay in shot now. Other side, in 3, 2, 1, off we go. So I'm resting, reaching, and bending over. A long stretch along that side there, hopefully. And breathing, staying there. So if we want to stretch muscles and we want to improve flexibility, we have to spend a bit of time there. So breathe, stretch, and get this arm pointing that way, reaching that way, and then relax. And again, give everything a bit of a tactical waggle. Make sure you're okay. What we got next? Okay then. Difference between the seated and standing version. Seated exercise first of all, seated version. It's basically kind of a knee hug, really. Sat tall, grab behind the thigh, well, either grab behind the thigh of one leg, and you're going to lift it up, hug it to your chest, and relax. Hug, relax, hug, relax. Or, depending how bendy you are, depending how long your arms are, feel free to grab hold of your shin and hug, relax, hug, relax, hug, relax. Your version, either grabbing hold of the shin or the back of the thigh. But we're going to do one leg first of all. And then afterwards, after 25 seconds, we'll do the other side. So that's the seated version. If we're standing, we need to stand close to a wall for balance for this one, because we'll be standing on one leg, okay? And all we're going to do, hold onto a wall or a chair or something for stability, for balance. And the other leg is just going to swing back and forth, like a pendulum. Simple as that. It could be a small move, but if we can, we're going to make it a big move, okay? 25 seconds worth. So hugging or swinging. Get yourself in position, because we're going to go in 3, 2, 1, off we go. Just swinging this leg back and forth like a pendulum. Nice and simple, nice and easy. Keep it relaxed so it is able to move. So we're just moving this hip. We're stretching the front, stretching the back. We're just getting all this soft tissue around here nice and malleable. You know, like when you knead some bread, when you're making bread. When's the last time you made bread? I bet it was yesterday, wasn't it? I made bread yesterday. And relax off. Same thing on the other side. So if you're seated, grab and hug the other knee. If we're standing, we just turn around. Now you get to see my wonderful bum now. Lucky you. Same thing, other side. In 3, 2, 1, off you go. And I bet when you woke up this morning, you weren't thinking, oh gosh, I get to look at Karen's wonderful bum, did you? Ah, well, every day is a pleasure, isn't it? Something you can write and tell your grandchildren about. That day, oh God, I'm going to shut up now. No, what am I saying? I'm not going to shut up, am I? I'm never going to shut up. And that's time now. But we were swinging the leg anyway, hopefully. Anyway, that's enough of that. What's next? Oh, everybody sat down again. Seated. Everybody. Okay, twists. Now we've done twisty Sarahs. Now that is using the muscles in our core to twist us around. But now we're stretching, so now we want to be a bit more relaxed in the body and get a bit more range. So we're going to, while we're sat down, twist, say, for example, this way. And then one arm is just going to grab hold of the opposite thigh on the outside there. And I'm going to pull my chest around a bit more. Okay, so you see that? The arm is just there. And I literally just use this arm and I pull my chest around, hold it, and relax. Okay, we're going to do one side. And then next time we'll go to the other side. First side, okay, in 3, 2, 1. Off you go. Grab hold, twist. Now again, we're going to try and stay there, relax there. This arm might get a bit tired, but that's okay. We'll have a breather in a few seconds' time. But we're going to pull ourselves around, get our chest as far round as we can go. We're going to use this leg as a prop just to pull ourselves, crank ourselves round, and then relax. Exactly the same thing on the other side. So the other arm, reaching across, grabbing hold of the other leg. Oh, sitting tall, obviously. Hopefully that should be a given. Sitting tall. This arm is going to pull us around and see how this chest just gets driven round. Okay, in 3, 2, 1, off you go. Twisting round, holding and breathing. So sat tall. I'm using this arm here, this front arm, to really pull myself round, feel my spine turning, my chest twisting. I'm just getting a good twisting stretch out of my body, reaching the whole body round and breathing. It's important to breathe. And relax off. And again, give everything a bit of a shimmy, a bit of a shake. Hope everything's going okay so far. What's next on my list? Oh, right then. So, if you have been in a car or whatever, sat down, this front half of the legs and everything here tend to get just squished up. Okay? So, we're going to try and stretch them out. This one requires us to be standing up against a wall, though. So, this is a standing version. Seated version, what we're going to do. Seated version is going to be a chest stretch. So, if you're seated, if you cannot stand, we're going to sit tall, always sit tall, arms behind us, like so, and we're just going to squeeze our shoulder blades back together and at the same time stretch the chest out and hold it there. So chest is out and the shoulders are squeezed back together. Okay, so you want to feel a good stretch on the front half of your body there. That's if you're seated. If you can stand though, get against the wall. So we're going to be hands on the wall there. One foot in front of the other. I don't mind which yet. We're going to swap over next round anyway. We're going to try and stretch this back leg. Okay? back leg, specifically kind of the front of the thigh up into the hip here. This is where we're trying to aim to stretch, okay? And that's the back leg here, leaning against the wall. Now, all we're going to do, I'll try and show you this before we do it. We're going to go from bum sticking out behind. We're just going to shove the bum, rock the bum forwards, and then relax. It's not a big move, but we're going to shove our hips and bum forwards and relax. Now, this back leg wants to stay pretty damn straight. Don't let that knee bend like so. Keep his back knee pretty damn straight. Now, when our hips are shoved forwards like that, fingers crossed, you're going to feel a bit of a stretch along the front and top here, okay? So we'll do one leg first of all, 25 seconds worth. Get in position. Are you ready? In 3, 2, 1, off we go. So, hips shove forwards, feel a good stretch in the front there, and relax. And repeat. Forwards, hold it for a couple of seconds, and relax. Forwards, hold it for a couple of seconds, and relax. You get the idea? I hope you get the idea anyway. If you don't, again, leave a comment below, but feel free to try it a few times on the catch-up. So that's one side. Now, swap legs. We're going to do exactly the same thing on the other side. Again, the back leg is going to be doing the stretching. Leaning against the wall, back leg, bum sticking out to start off with. Then we're going to rock the hips forwards and then back. Are you ready? In 3, 2, 1, off we go. Hips forwards, hold it for a sec, and relax. Hips forwards, hold it for a sec, and relax. And we're repeating that time and time again. So this, fingers crossed, will hopefully stretch the front half of your thighs. That is going to be particularly useful if you have been sat in your car for a few hours. And there we go. And relax and shake your shakes. Okay, what's next? Oh yes, everybody sat down. Grab a chair, sit down. We've done this one before. It is stretching the front half of the body and just reaching us nice and tall with our back so we're not slumped like so. Again, if we're sat in a car, we tend to be a bit like this. It just wants to be a nice up stretch, okay? Elephant ears, dead simple. Sat tall, hands behind our head, and now our elbows are sticking out like two big elephant ears. And that is going to be the key thing. We want those elephant ears to be stuck out there. So seen from the side, that's no good. See how everything's kind of rounding forwards? We want those elephant ears pinned back. And we're going to hold it there for the full 25 seconds, okay? So 3, 2, 1, off we go. Elephant ears pulled back, stuck out. Have those elephant ears as wide as possible. Chest is out. We want to feel a good stretch along the front of our chest. We're just sitting tall, tall, tall. We're not slumping. We're just upright and pinching behind the shoulders and stretching in front of the chest. And then relax. And hopefully you felt a nice good stretch along the front here, and nice strengthening and pinching and just tightening in the back there. That's what we're after. And we've got 2 exercises left, okay? Again, sat down, everybody, stay on your seat. This one requires a little bit of flexibility already in your hips, okay? Some people can do this, some people can't. Give it a try. Practice it a few times. Again, use a catch-up, rewatch it a few times if you have to. Give it a try, but if you can't do it, if you're not bending enough yet, don't worry, just miss this one out. But try it just in case, okay? So we're going to be sat down. One leg stays as it is. Other leg is just going to go on top. We're just going to cross our legs like so. This ankle here is just resting on top of my thigh there. Again, feel free, hold on just to lock it in place there, just hold it there. Now, to be honest with you, some of you, this is going to be stretchy enough. This alone is going to be enough. You should feel stretching around in the hip back here of this upright leg, upper leg. So some of you, that'll be enough. Some of you won't be able to do this at all. Give it a try though. But from there, if you want to make it even more so, we just push this knee down. I'm just using this hand and just pushing. Okay, we're going to try that. 25 seconds worth in 3, 2, 1, and off we go. So either just this is enough, or pushing and stretching and breathing and relaxing. And this is going to get this leg, or this hip rather, really, really bendy and stretchy in that hip. Some of you may or may not be able to do this. It's worth giving it a try. As I say, we've got a catch-up service. Relax off. There we go. Try it a few times with the catch-up service if you have to. It's worth giving it a try, but not everyone can do it. Same thing on the other side. Up. So again, ankle is on top of the knee. Now, I'm not as bendy on this hip as I am on the other side. I don't know if you can notice it or not. I can see it straight away. But this hip is not as bendy as for me. But again, if we can, we're going to push that knee down. But ready in 3, 2, 1, off we go. So just like so, or like so if we can. And like I said, some of you may or may be able to do this. You can probably see, I certainly can. I am significantly worse on this side than the other. And I'm fairly bendy. And this one is not easy for me. But it is worth giving it a try if you can. I'm pushing down, and that's time. Relax. And shake it off. Okay, the final stretch. The last one now, okay? This one can be done seated or standing. It's entirely up to you. I'm going to do it seated because I'm sat down already. It is dead simple. Remember back in the school, primary school, you'd pretend to be a tree. We would just reach our arms up and just stretch up to the sky and try to be a tree. That's it. It's as simple as that. Just stretch up. 25 seconds of stretching up in the air. In 3, 2, 1. Off you go. Just reach the arms up. Try and get your fingertips as close to the ceiling as you can. We're sitting or standing tall. We're stretching with the arms. Just reach, reach, reach. Keep breathing. Keep stretching for the full 25 seconds, whenever that finishes. I don't know. I've lost count. But keep on going. And there we go. That's 25 seconds. And relax. And stretch, stretch. So that is a nice little sequence of stretches. Some of them will be easier than others. They're all worth a try. Let us know in the comments below which ones you personally found easy, found hard, found impossible, found whatever. Let us know if that did the trick for you or not, because it may have done. It may make you like Mr. Fantastic now, or stretchy and bendy, or whatever, I don't know. But let us know in the comments below how it worked for you, okay? Now, to finish off, it is Technique Tuesday. So I'm going to go over a quick exercise now in a bit more in depth. So this one is a seated exercise suitable for people who are sat down. Well, suitable for anyone, but it is definitely applicable for people who are sat down. It is a core exercise using your stomach muscles. And we've done variations of it similar in the past. In the past, where's my band's gone? In the past, we have used it with a resistance band looped around an anchor point to the side there. Okay? It is the exercise called a Pallof, it's called. It's the exercise where the band is stretched off to the side and we stretch and pull the band sideways and hold it. And we're using our stomach muscle to hold ourselves still. It is that move, but without the band. Okay. So what have I got written down here then? So, okay, important parts. Well, I'll show you first and then I'll talk you through it, okay? Sat down, hands on the inside of a thigh there, and then we push. I'm trying to twist, pushing against the inside of my knee, holding it for a couple of breaths, and relaxing. Same thing other side. I'm pushing on the inside of the knee, twisting round, breathing a couple of times, and I'm relaxing. So that's the move. I'm going to talk you through it now, okay? We're going to be using our stomach muscles. So sit tall or even lean forwards a little bit, okay? This does not really work if we're slumped back like so. So sit tall or leaning forwards, okay? We're going to have our arms straight. Now you can have your hands clasped, fists holding, whatever, I don't mind. But arms out nice and straight. Leaning forwards if you can. The hands are going to be jammed on the inside of my knee like so, okay? Now, we're going to keep our elbows straight. And now I suppose it's, I don't know, a bit like a golf swing. Not much, maybe a tiny bit. We're going to push against the inside of the thigh. I'm pushing that way. Let's see. So don't use a ball, but I'm just illustrating, okay? We're going to be pushing against my knee there. Now see how I'm crushing the ball? You don't need the ball, but that's just to illustrate that I am pushing against my knee there. As I do that, I am trying to twist my body around in that direction. And as I do that, I hold it. And I breathe. And make sure I do breathe. And hopefully, as you push hard, you're going to feel your stomach muscles along there working really quite hard. The harder you push, the more your stomach muscles work. And then relax. So we're going to hold it for X number of breaths. I'm going to say 5 breaths for now, just because 5 is a good number. We're going to try the same thing other side, okay? So elbows are straight. Hands jammed against the inside of the knee. And now I'm going to twist my body and push hard against the inside of my knee. And I breathe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I relax. Now that does not look like much at all. It looks like I'm doing bugger all, but trust me, give it a go. Squeeze hard, count your breaths, and let us know in the comments below whether it is nothing or something. It's something. So that is, I haven't come up with a name for this one yet. I'm calling it, what have I written down here? Knee Pallof twists. I don't know, you can tell I haven't come up with a name with it yet. So, arms straight, twisting, pushing against the inside of the knee one way, and breathing. And the same thing, twisting, pushing against the knee, other direction, and breathing, and relaxing. A very good, very effective way of using your stomach muscles, suitable for everybody, whether you're standing, but particularly applicable if you're seated. Give it a go, practice it for the rest of the day. And as I said, with the stretches beforehand, feel free to re-watch this a few times on the catch-up, go through it a few times, get comfortable with all the moves, give them a go, because they're all bloody good. And that, as I said, came from a request from someone. So if you have a request, if you want us to go over something particular, just let us know. It's dead simple. Just let me know. Anyway, that's enough of that. That's Technique Tuesday. Have a fantastic day. I am going to go and try and find some jobs to do. I've got a job list. Should I show you my job list for today? That's my job list for today. Wish me luck. I'm going to crack on my job list, and I'll let you know if I've done it or not. I'll see you tomorrow. It's going to be Wobble Wednesday tomorrow. I'll see you then. Bye-bye.